Little bit dramatic. Drama. Hey guys, it's Jamie, and I'm not really sure how much of a great idea this video is, but there's a few things I would like to get off my chest. So I've been part of the online trans community for over 7 years now. Makes me feel a little bit old. I started off on Tumblr, YouTube, I've done Instagram, Twitter, I'm broadly across platforms. Yeah, that made sense. And in that time, I've seen the community kind of flip-flop between being like very friendly and harmonious to being a little bit more hostile and argumentative. And I definitely say right now, we're in the more kind of hostile, argumentative phase. We're going through one of those phases right now. I think just now there's a lot of arguments and hostility and squabbling that, in my opinion, is just unnecessary. And the trend that we're seeing in the trans community is kind of the trend that's following YouTube and social media in general. It's what's getting a lot of views right now. It's what is entertaining people the most at the minute, and that's fair enough. It's just sad to see it kind of come into a community that should be coming together rather than pulling apart. And since this has kind of been happening over the past year, I've had a lot of requests from you guys for me to talk about like specific people and my opinions on them, and specific arguments and topics and my opinions on them, and also just like my opinion in general. And it's always been something I've avoided. I've avoided it in the past, and I've avoided it over this past year, and every time you've asked me to do it, until now. But don't get too excited. I am not going to be talking about specific people or specific arguments. I would be here all day. I'm just going to be talking about like my general opinion on the trans community. This is not a tea spilling session. This is just my overview opinion, basically. And I have a few reasons for just doing a general opinion rather than actually getting into like nitty-gritty stuff. One is that there is just too much to talk about. Throughout this whole video, I do not have anyone or anything specifically in mind. I've seen a lot of different things coming from a lot of different people, and I'm talking about the general atmosphere that there is right now in the community. Number two, I do not want to start drama. This is more a video to call for a bit more positivity and kindness and coming together, rather than me adding to anything and start calling people out. It's just not my thing, and I'm not keen on it. My opinion of the online trans community is that it's always been a really supportive, friendly place. People can feel less alone, people who aren't trans can get educated, people who are trans can learn what to do and understand more about themselves. And also I think it just offers a platform and a voice for the trans community, which is great because like the trans community is like shat on in general by society. So it's great that social media gives us this platform to be a little bit more heard within society. But recently I do feel like there has been like shitting on each other within the trans community, which isn't great to see because we get enough of it from other people. We do not need to be mean to each other. I think there's just a lot more drama, there's a lot more arguments in the community at the minute, and to be honest, I see a lot of it and I'm just like, this is completely unnecessary. This could have been done in a very different way. Like, this was done just to be controversial, and I just think there are way bigger battles to fight and way more important things to be said, to be honest. Now, this isn't me saying that trans people can never fall out with each other or that we have to pussyfoot around certain controversial topics and opinions. Go for it, share your opinions, even if they're controversial. Call somebody out if they are doing something wrong. I'm not saying that we have to all be nice to each other all the time, but I do think there is picking your fights well, and there's a time and a place and a way in which to go about certain things. I think it would be great to see just controversial things and people being called out if it's necessary to, in just a more mature and respectful way, and not doing it because it's the most dramatic thing. I've seen people with all different opinions and all different kind of sides of arguments, some I agree with, some I don't, share their opinions in ways that are done to just add fuel to the fire and like keep those arguments going. And personally, it doesn't always sit right with me the way in which these things are approached. But then like equally on the other side, I've seen people share things both again that I agree and disagree with in very mature and respectful ways. I think it makes it a lot easier to listen to the side that you disagree with and learn from it, and then just kind of move on agreeing to disagree on certain topics rather than then feeling like you have to fight back because somebody's been quite aggressive with their opinion. Overall, I still have a lot of faith in the online trans community. I do believe we're going to come back to a kind of place. It's just been very argumentative recently, and I would love to see a bit more positivity and kindness spread around rather than these arguments and negativity and people feeling like they need to pick sides and gang up on one another across various different things. Again, this isn't me talking about anything or anyone specific. This is just like the general atmosphere that I'm feeling about the community at the minute. Maybe I'm just sounding really lame and old. I don't know. I just wish that we could all come together a bit more. We don't always have to be nice to each other. We don't have to see the community through rose-tinted glasses and think that the sun shines out of everybody's arse, but we can disagree in more mature ways that don't lead to this squabbling. So yeah, that's it basically. I still think at the core we have a very friendly and supportive community that is doing like kind of great things and providing education and making people feel less alone, there's just these pockets of animosity that would be great to see kind of reduced over time, bring a little bit more kindness and a bit more positivity into the community. I know drama can be very exciting and fun and entertaining, and I'm not judging you for watching it whatsoever, and you can completely disagree with everything I've said in this video, and that is fine as well. I really don't mind. I've just been asked about this a lot, and I just felt like there's a couple things I wanted to say, and I want to say, like, let's all be a bit kinder to each other from now on, maybe. This was not me trying to start anything, because again, not about anything or anyone specific. And yeah, I'd like to see a bit more positive things happening, or at least more positive things getting more attention. So yeah, I think that's everything. And maybe just as like, my voice just broke. And maybe just as like a kickstart to have a little bit more kindness, why don't you leave a comment down below about someone or something to do with the online trans community that has really helped you personally, and let's start a conversation about the good stuff. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support. I will see you next time. Much love, bye!